Honest J. Nowak. Oh yeah.
A pleasure to meet all at last, and welcome back to HJN, the original. And when I'm talking about HJN, the original, that's just pretty much what I'm going to be calling it. Mainline is a term that I've generally used on certain series like Gaming with Kaiju Force Neo, but I'm not really sure it's going to apply to everything. That's not really important, because I am actually going to have some other subjects that I will go on ahead and start talking a little bit about, especially on some that I probably missed a while ago. Thankfully, because of the YouTube search bar, I was able to find many subjects that I have not already talked about, and as a result, I feel like I've just paved the way for the remainder of the season. So going into this, again, number 687, beaches. Yeah. I might as well talk a little bit more about that, because as you probably know, I've actually been to places like Fort Myers, Hawaii, and Lake Michigan. That wasn't necessarily a beach, but it seems to be pretty close. I was pretty close out towards Atlanta at one point, if you don't remember the Cartersville trip back in July 2018. And then, of course, there were many other moments I've had, which, of course, related to beach-related visits. But I will say for sure that, for the most part, they can, in fact, be a great spot to be out, especially on vacation, or on some occasions where you just might want to relax and try to escape from reality as it is. So, of course, that's just what that's supposed to be like. But I will say, first of all, that beaches themselves are a bit of a dangerous place to visit, especially if you're very familiar with tsunamis. Yeah. As it turns out, there actually are a lot of things about tsunamis, and you know what? That kind of gives me a new idea, potentially, for survival of no limits. But aside from the typical tsunami-related problem that you might get because of the wave patterns that could appear on any beach, especially within the world's oceans, the Atlantic, Pacific, Indian, Arctic, and otherwise, they can prove to be pretty dangerous at times. Whether you're near the equator or near the poles, water itself can be quite a monstrosity. Beaches themselves, though, aren't always the problem for that, because it just so happens that if you're very familiar with the shark attacks on the Jersey Shore, or even better, the ones from the Jaws films between 75 and 87, then that would be another thing to be on the lookout for. So, of course, beaches can prove to be very hazardous at the same time that they can prove to be very relaxing in a way. So, I can't really be sure about that, but the thing is, that just seems to be the case most of the time. But otherwise, because we are getting very close to summer, it could be time that we might actually want to go get out there, enjoy the sun while we can. I can never get away from the fact that there's always something out there willing to end our whole careers. So that's pretty much just what that's all about, and thankfully beaches are now in the bag, but I do have a few other ideas that I now have thanks to my own words that I've been able to come up with. So if you want to see more go down to my channel, then make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, follow me on social media, and stay on the Hollywood side.